Welcome everybody. Got a fun one for you today, and that is a 12 volt half an amp wall wart, or say power supply. And the issues with this was it was dead, totally dead, zero. It had nothing coming out of it. In a brainless move of quickly trying to fix it, I went through and did the test on all the diodes, and then I said, oh, there's a Zener diode here. I'll bet you it's that. That's got to be blown or something wrong with that. That's just a reference for the 24 volt going out. And I pulled that out, and that wasn't it, so now I'm kind of dumbfounded. I go, oh, I'm testing which is hard to do, to test the intercoilings here of your primary and secondary of your transformer, but you shouldn't be open. And by testing the two, which this would be the plug, this is a plug from something else, but anyways, this plug hooks up to these two reds, and it sticks out the back of this unit here like that, and that's how you plug it in the wall. Well, I go, oh, that's right, there's a fuse in here, so it doesn't even look like it with all the tape on and all that on it, but I'm going to show you. And it's very minute. I don't want to cut this off because I want to repair this and then put that back on. Now, I'll show you the fuse. It's a very common thing that they do have fuses in them. You can see that right there. Really hard to tell with the glare. Yep, that's it. I believe it says 130, yeah, 130 degrees C. It's upside down. Here's the bottom of it. So, what our problem is that fuse is shot. Now, our wire, if you can see, is connected right here, and our wire is tiny, very tiny. So I don't want to cut that, but I do want to cut all of that. I'm going to cut this right on this piece here. So I'm going to actually use the end of this lead to still hang on to the end of my wire here. So I got something heavy to attach to instead of just trying to attach to a little wimpy wire that's flopping all over and is barely sticking out. And this side is good, it's just the left side is fused. And it goes over and attaches into this, and here it is right here. Here's the fuse. Again. Oh gosh, I left these zoomed in. What a meatball. Right there again is the fuse. You should be able to see the writing and everything on it. It's so hard to tell with the glare what you can see and what not. So I'm going to ixnay this, and 130 C that's a lot, quite a bit of temperature if you ask me for that to blow. But who knows? Maybe it could have just blew because of the age of it. We can test it. We'll test it right here real quick. We'll do ohms. It's on auto, which ohms will work too. And we can put it right in here. Now I'm touching these two. See if you do this. See? That's just across one wire, but I put across both. It's open. That means it's popped. It's junk. It's Schottky. And these should be basically like a dead short. In fact, I got a bunch right here. Let me grab them. Remember where I put them. Yes. Found them, and it didn't take me forever. Alright, these are off of battery packs. All these. See, here's one here. 115 degrees C. There's a couple different styles. These are different style ones. These are actually part of the link. Let me oh, that one I'll have to look up. That one doesn't say what it is. But I keep all these here. Oh, that one's got it in line. These I'm not quite sure of, but if you test across the brass strip, you do get a dead short, so that is where it's supposed to pop. That's a big one there. 2. Oh, there's another one. Is this one? This one I don't think is. Oh, I can't even read what's on it. Then these are some type of other type of cutouts. So we got, uh-oh, hopefully you can see it. 16 I see. 115 degrees C. This one says 85. 115. They're all going to say 115. 115, and this one was 115, right? 115 degrees C. This one did say, yeah, 130 degrees C. Anyways, it's garbage. I'll mark it with red marker. And I actually have like a little junk container of old capacitors, junk capacitors, like ones that look good but were junk. And that, just so I save that stuff. It's not like I have a lot of it, but I save it just so I could go back and know, hey, that's one that's junk and this is what it tested at, you know. This is what this junk one that I did a lot of working with and testing with. I'll pick one of these at 115. We don't want to, definitely don't want to go to 85. So I mean 115 and what was it, 125? I doubt I'm going to find 125. And them things aren't cheap actually. They're like, get a 10 pack of them for like $5. But, what the hey? When I got one that's 10 degrees off here, just use that, right? So I'll use, not that one. I thought I grabbed one. Guess I didn't. So, put that, you know what, I don't even want it in there. I'm not even going to, it's my transformer, I'm going to put it back the way I want it. These things, sometimes they just go over time, I think, to be honest with you. So, I don't even want to put it back in. A lot of the older transformers didn't even have these, so it's not like a lot's missing out. I would like to have better separation between these two if possible. Get some flux. Got my iron heating up. Some flux on that. Oh, I wanted to show you that these test, oh, come on, you damn thing. That's what I wanted to show you, is that these tests, don't mind me, I'm friggin' space cadet. Like, I'm going to stop talking because there's not a lot going on. I got my fingers on it, so it'll skew the readings. It won't that much, but... If you can see the meter reading low ohms. 1.1, 1.2, yeah, it's fast, but obviously that's how they're supposed to be, and that keeps the circuit alive. They get too hot, they pop, and they interrupt the circuit. And That's how they're supposed to work. I think a lot of times that they don't work the way they're supposed to work. They take the easy way out. Seems that's more or less it. Anytime you're working these transformers, though, I always try to keep a watch of them. Even just charging just even lithium ions in that, I just don't trust it. I actually make sure that I'm around or I'm down here while I'm doing it and not going to be gone long if I do walk away, because I've had an incident. I did a video on it, so it's not a well kept secret. So I hope everyone's doing good out there. Life's going good. Everyone getting back to work. Getting back to the old routine, I hope. Alright. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to want it to go about like this one. So something like this. Alright. How does it look? I've seen better. I'd like to get a little more, clean it up a little better. I have to hold that or it's going to fall off. Like that. You guys see that all right? That's a little long. Let me nip just that little tail off the end. I just don't want it sticking out and poking through. Hopefully I can use the insulation tape that's there to really insulate it very well. That's better. That's just my meter saying that it's going Betty by. There we go. Alright, obviously I can't be scrubbing on it to clean it up, but I do want to get some rubbing alcohol in there. Some. Now if I could go like this. And then this one's going to come out like that. I think is what I'll do is what would hold that good. I think if I just taped right around the whole thing, that would do it. As far as holding that. And I want it nice and tight so that they don't ever get mingled up together. I got some tape here. I'm done with this. Ah, you wetch. I'm not going to be able to get that tape out without... Or can I? Oh yeah. There we go. Nice and tight. Nice. That's Captain tape, so it's high heat tape. Not worried about it. Melting or anything like that. Biggest thing is I wanted it to do that. Now these, the way it shows, want to be down, but I'll work at that. I didn't want to bend them till I could do it with my pliers. Otherwise I'd just be wrenching on that joint that I just put together and wrenching on that little wire and probably pop that wire out. Now, in my moment of greatness and highly deep in my thoughts, I go, yeah, disconnect my clips too, right? So this is my hookup for my 24 volts out to charge the scooter. I got positive and negative. The positive is on the white striped. White striped is here, goes to here, and here is white striped. So that's VCC. So VCC and ground. It says it right on the board, if you can see. VCC and ground. I think it would show up better like this. Yeah, I don't think that'll hurt. So that's VCC, ground. Holes are really nice and big for these. I actually just clipped off the old ones, but that's one of my pet peeve things, is whenever I clip something off, I try to clip it. I just don't whack it off. These I knew I'd possibly have to be replacing these back in, so I just clipped them so there's still enough here. It's going to be just like that about when I'm done. If I could hold them in there. Come on. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. That was a great movie. One of the best. Oh, I don't want to lose this. I stand for my soldering iron. Yep. Now I gotta get underneath here. Get a nice blob on there. Try to get both sides. There we go. That is not supposed to connect to that other side, is it? Let me get this other one in. Boy, that solder, I don't like that. The solder's got something in it that's nasty. Something doesn't... If you noticed, every time I touch the iron to it, this is different type on this side. This roll has a couple different runs of solder on it. Why won't that go down the board? Oh, there it goes. I just ain't seeing it right. Okay, is that supposed to connect to VCC in? Is going to go right to the diodes. That's correct, but it still looks like there's a... Oh, I really can't tell. Whoops. Just stuffed it right in my mat. Coming out of the transformer, or coming out of the transformer should be the diode, so that should be, then the capacitor is in line. I don't think that's supposed to be touching that. Oh no, it's fine. The board jogs up. The board actually jogs up right here, and then over. It is crossing over to this. There. If you see, it just jogs up and then over. Then it looks like there's a slot there too, but there isn't once I put the magnifiers on it. So that's that. I would have liked it to turn out a little bit better, the soldering, but what are you going to do? It's me. It is what it is. And these... Yeah, that darn solder, the stuff on the bottom there, you freaking touch it and you can actually, it burns your arm, the damn stuff. It sprays out that far. Alright, as you see, I got all these plug-ins here. I'm trying to figure out which ones are going to work best for this application. I'm thinking these two, because it's going to be like this, and then just plug it into I'll put these in, and I'll actually just plug it in and then epoxy it while it's plugged in. That way they're set at the right distance. So the transformer goes right there, you can tell. Ooh, that fits nice. Yeah, that fits good. Now these LEDs actually got to bend up because they stick through the board. Here's the board, actually. The back side of the board. I glued it down in a moment of brilliance. Actually, I did that just to work at it, because them LEDs were right in the way. But I glued it down with I could have been a little gentler, I guess, with it and made it a little nicer. I glued it down with hot glue gun. That's what I like about the hot glue, is it's good for kind of temporarily holding something, but holding it well. See, now I could just do this. Oh, it's gonna stay, I guess. Now this is gonna go like this. Yeah, there's the LEDs, and then these. Boink. Just like that. Now it's just lining up them plugs. I wonder if I should line the plugs up or just feed the wires through. Because I do have hookups for these. I have a plug with the, you just plug it in the wall, and then on the end is crocodile clips. I got a couple of them. One actually is expandable clips. Instead of fighting it to try to, because this is going to be a pain in the rump to get it through, and then to get it right, you know. I can just tell it's not going to be a lot of fun. I think I'll do that. I'll just stuff these through, if they'll go through. Probably just won't. Wow, really? It looks like it would be fine to go through there. I guess not, though. I just gotta, I'll just ream it out a little bit by epoxying it, and then it's gonna epoxy in the darn the transformer, and it's just gonna be a real pain. Where this way I'll just poke them through, and when they're through and everything's good and it's back together, and I know that I don't have to worry about lining them up or something like